Johnny is giving me the greatest headache of my entire existence right now, like a giant wooden stake right through my brain.
Hotel Transylvania is one of the most popular animated franchises. Transformania, the fourth movie of the franchise, was released in 2022, and it is sadly going to be the last installment. While we officially have to say goodbye to it, we can rest easy knowing it was a great send-off. There is no doubt that Hotel Transylvania Transformania has a high probability of entertaining young viewers. We've seen this movie several times since its debut, and each time we notice a few too many sequences that are too intense for the kids. Stick with us until the end of this video as we highlight all scenes in Hotel Transylvania 4 that are too inappropriate for the kids.
You sure you wouldn't make just a few teensy changes? Better, no?
No.
The very Finiest scene.
What are you up to?
What, me? Nothing. Huh? Oh.
If you are a fan of animated movies, or you are just that adult that likes to stick around to keep tabs on what the kids are watching, then you must have realized by now that adult jokes are always part and parcel of kids' movies. Who knows, the writers and animators probably think that the kids would not pick up on them, so they sneak them in to get a couple of laughs out of the adult viewers. You know, kind of like a reward for parents who have to take their kids to the movies and stuff. You might disagree with this, but we believe that whatever the case may be, sometimes a kid's movie should just be a kid's movie. At the beginning of the movie, we see that Johnny attempts to impress Dracula with a very flamboyant show during the 125th anniversary of the hotel. Now, being the goofball he is, we see how badly this turns out for him. From the mariachi band to the fire display and other hazardous activities, he almost ruins the anniversary party. Somewhere in this scene, the little wolf-like monsters start running onto the stage holding up letter cards that read Happy Anniversary. Unfortunately, the little guys fall into a pile, and just like any kid would have done to salvage the situation, they get up and lift their cards up. Only this time it says, Very Finny as. Hopefully the kids would interpret this as very Finiest, but as adults, we know that the crucial space between the E and the A can only mean that this is a very badly hidden adult joke. It gets worse when the last guy stands up and adds his S to the mix. Very fine ass. There's no mistaking the phrase now.
Babe, you're freaking me out here.
Dad is gonna retire and leave us the hotel.
The real estate lie scene.
It's your hotel now.
Dad, are you sure?
After the whole anniversary fiasco, Dracula finds himself in an even more dicey situation. Dracula and Erica underestimate Mavis's supersonic hearing ability and let his retirement plans slip. Mavis tells Johnny that the hotel will be left to them, and this makes Johnny rush to thank Dracula and bombard him with some ideas and plans for the hotel. In this scene, we see how those plans sure freak him out. Instead of being brutally honest about his concerns with having Johnny in charge of things, he lies. Now we can go on and on about this one. We believe all parents can relate to how hard it can be to instill the value and honesty of kids.
I can't do it. I thought I could give the hotel to Mavis and Johnny, but he's going to ruin everything.
There are also recent psychological studies that suggest that lying is something of a parenting strategy to control children that are gaining popularity. So dishonesty is a real-life problem. Back to the scene, all Dracula had to do was be honest. Telling Johnny his thoughts about his over-enthusiastic tendencies would not have been as bad as he thought it would. Instead, he comes up with a convenient lie, and believes us when he says the kids definitely picked up on this one.
Hold on, Drac. You gotta be extra careful with strange bodies of water. This one time, my friend Kamachka and I were backpacking in Thailand.
Over time, exposing little children to situations like this tells them it's okay to lie to family members. You don't need a therapist to tell you how bad this can get. Not only does it prevent them from learning how to healthily deal with their feelings, but it also makes room for developing other problematic behaviors, like cheating and disobedience. The movie tries to redeem this by portraying all the bad things that happened as a result of this seemingly little lie. Yes, Johnny almost turns into a giant mindless monster, and the hotel gets destroyed by Gigi.
My hotel, my hotel! My hotel!
But as these are not practicing real-life consequences, it's hard to imagine that the kids would take them seriously. You might want to sit the little ones down after this movie and give them a fun mini lesson about the real-life consequences of lies. Lying might seem like a quick fix, but it only destroys us and hurts the feelings of others. You know, something like that, in an interactive way that they can understand.
That you are part of the family. My family. I can't believe it took becoming a human to finally realize it.
The Johnny versus everyone scene.
Wait, that looks kind of like Johnny?
Oh, yeah. Your dad's a human now and Johnny's a monster.
Can we talk about this scene now? This scene was a lot, especially watching it for the first time. In this scene, they find the crystal that would help change everyone back to normal. But the fact that Johnny is already in full beast mode complicates things. Monster Johnny is pounding on the cave wall from the outside, and everyone is running around, trying not to die. The sunlight enters the cave. Now, Mavis has to be shielded from the sunlight while trying to reach Johnny so she can hit him with the transformation ray. It was chaotic, to say the least. So imagine how this scene would come off to the under 5 viewers. At this point, they would be looking forward to the rewarding happily ever after ending, so having to sit through this might be a little too much. We mean, just look at Johnny. He looks so big and scary now, not to mention how viciously he is banging on the walls, trying to destroy everyone inside. You might want to go off and argue that this is a monster movie, so the kids are expecting it. Like Dracula always says, blah blah blah. But let us remind you that there should be limits to just how scary these scenes should be. Just take a look at this particular shot in the scene. Monster Johnny grabs Dracula and holds him really close to his ready-to-be-released fire-breathing mouth. Up close, you can see the gnashing teeth, the scary claws, and the glowing red eyes.
Hey, babe. What's up?
60 man.
The butt joke scenes.
Frank, what did you do?
And who are those guys?
Mavis, it's me, Uncle Griffin.
Let us keep things a little light with this one. The downer about the fourth Hotel Transylvania movie is that it really did not reveal anything of interest, like some kind of twist and turn that is typical of a fourth installment. Anyways, one reveals that what we do get to see is the human and very visible version of Griffin, and even this one was kind of a letdown. He is middle-aged, balding, pot-bellied, and everything the viewers were not expecting. While his unattractive look is a topic for another time, we will mention that the manner in which he was revealed is kind of inappropriate for a kid-friendly movie. In this scene, we see that as a result of the drink they all shared, the guys are transformed into human versions of themselves. Frankenstein, Wayne, Bobby, and Murray all have very hilarious transformations, but it doesn't take a keen eye to note that Griffin's transformation involved nudity. It does make sense that Griffin would be naked because we never see clothes on the invisible guy, but the close-up shot of his butt cheeks coming together was very unnecessary. We see the other guys react to Griffin's body, which is not any different from how we felt at that moment. Eventually, Wayne steals an apron and puts it on Griffin, but it's not enough. His butt is still out there, which eventually ruins their plans to elude Mavis and Erica. Don't worry, Wayne, if we were that close to Griffin's butt, we would surely have blown our cover too. We are so glad that he puts on some clothes and we don't get any more shots of his butt. Thankfully, it's not all bad news with this movie. To make up for the jump scares and violent scenes, the movie had some underlying messages that parents can go over with their kids. There are quite a number of such positive themes in this movie, but the most prominent is that we should just all be accepting of others. Everyone is unique in so many ways, so always look for the good, not just in others, but also in life.
I leave you alone for 5 minutes and you become a human?
Babe, chill.
Let it up. Lobby's not dessert.
Did you notice any other moments in Hotel Transylvania 4 that were not made for kids? If so, let us know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, go on to the next one on your screen. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to never miss a new video from us.
This is all your fault! All Johnny wanted was to feel like he was part of this family, but you could never accept him.